Good morning and welcome to this session. We are discussing product portfolio management, and yesterday we had taken this example of Colgate, and I had given you all the product line, the product width, and I asked you all to do self study for yourselves to compile product line, width, depth for one or two products or competitive products. That's what we had discussed yesterday. And I hope that you have done it for your own good. So today I will proceed with product portfolio management, strategic business unit, and what these marketing concepts have to do with the company, how they implement it, how they implement these concepts in a company, and how it gains advantage. Okay, so these are just not marketing concepts, these are practiced in companies. So we will see the practical aspect as to how they implement these concepts into the company. So today I have taken Britannia, a homegrown company from Bangalore, and I will enlist for the first 10 minutes the product um, line and the various strategic business units that are there. And after this, the next 10 minutes, I would be explaining about the strategic business unit portfolio analysis and how the company uh, allocates funds based on these concepts. Okay, fine. So we would start off with Britannia. In Britannia, again, all these I have collected from the website. So the company has um, five different product line, right? I think by now you will be very familiar when I say product line, product width, right? So product line, biscuits, the first line. The second one is breads. Third one is dairy products. Fourth one is cakes and rusks. And next one is wafers and croissants. Croissants is the new market that they have, or new category that they have introduced, right? I suggest that you all download Britannia's 2019 um, they have their annual report posted. So please download it and take a look at it. It's a treat to the eyes. Very beautifully given, very simple, um, and you will also know the highlights of the company, how many product, same thing that we are discussing now, category management. They have mentioned that in their um, annual report, that four new categories they have introduced and 24 new variations, product lines they have introduced. So all these things that we are studying is there reflected in the balance sheet of the company. And they have also mentioned that it is number one brand by brand equity, which is the subject that we are actually studying. Brand equity, what is brand equity, is the last chapter. How do they evaluate brand equity, how a brand is assessed, and how they give money value to it, is the last aspect, last chapter. um, so let us now start off with product um, line. The first one that I mentioned to you is biscuits, right? So if you go through it, they have 11 major biscuit brands. Good Day, all of you all are familiar with all these brands. Good Day, 50/50, Nutri Choice, Marigold, Tiger, Milk Bikis, Treat, Bourbon, Little Hearts, Pure Magic, and Nice. So there are 11 different product length. Now let us talk about the product width. Under Good Day, they have about 8 different width. Okay, 8 different sub brands. Good Day Cashew, Good Day Butter, Good Day Nuts, Good Day Pista and Badam, Good Day Choco Chunkies, Good Day Choco Chips, Good Day Choco Nuts, Good Day Bernie and Nuts. Right? So if you go like this, NutriChoice again has about 9 different variations. Oat cookies, digestive whole wheat, digestive 5 grains, cracker lights, cracker NutroSpice, thin arrowroot, essentials, digestive zero, oat chocolate almonds. Okay, so this is your biscuit. Like this, you go and look up for Marigold, how many different um, length width they have under Marigold. So totally there are 11 different um, product um, with under the biscuits, and 44 different. 11 is the length of the line, and 44 is the width altogether. Okay, 44 width. Depth is under Good Day Cashew, how many variations in package they have? 200 gram, 100 gram, half a kilo, like that. Fine. So we are clear about one product portfolio of Britannia, which is the biscuit division. The next one is the bread division. Okay. This bread division has again the length of the bread division is 4. Whole wheat bread, white sandwich bread, assortments, and daily bread. The width of this is 15. Depth is, you have to check in the weightage, right? So this is your second product portfolio, which is called Strategic Business Unit 2. The Strategic Business Unit 1 was the biscuits. The Strategic Business Unit 2 is the bread. The third one is the dairy, Britannia Dairy. Under dairy, they have cheese. Okay, so they have again 7 different products categories under the dairy. One is cheese, second one is cheese spread, the third one is beverage, milk based beverage, and then they have dahi. So under cheese, they have cheese slice slim, cheese cubes, cheese blocks. Okay. Under cheese spread, they have classic cheese spread, pepper, Mexican chili, roasted garlic, peppy pizza, faux pepper tango, and cheesy cream. Then you have beverages, 4 different flavors: choco, vanilla, strawberry, mango, available in 2 different packing styles, and then dahi. This is a third business unit, strategic business unit. Now, there are 3 strategic business units. I hope you are now very clear about what is a product line and then a strategic business unit, right? So there are 3 strategic business units. Yesterday we had seen why product portfolio is so important, right? Um, Now, getting back to the strategic business unit, what do they do with these strategic business units? The current system of accounting does not give scope, does not record the income from various strategic business units. Clear? Britannia revenue 2019 balance sheet, the total revenue of Britannia is 10.482 crores, and their profits after tax is 1.122 crores, 1122 crores. This is profits after tax. Now, in this balance sheet, there is no exhibition of revenue from various strategic business units. It's not there. So you will be asking, then why are we doing this exercise? Anyways, they are not showing it. Why are they doing it? As we mentioned yesterday, if you don't have these numbers, you won't know which product line is giving you profits and which is not giving you profits, which is more profitable than the other, which is more competitive. You will never get to know. So, to run the business effectively, you need to know this data. One very important aspect is not all data that you have, the customers need not know, or the shareholders need not know. What the shareholders are bothered about is how much profit the company has made. So these numbers are basically for crunching and taking decisions by the respective heads, right? This, be very clear about this. Now let us start about this strategic business unit. The strategic, when do you have a different strategic business unit? Why can't Britannia run the biscuits, the cakes, the milk products, everything under one head? Anyway, they are posting revenues under only one head. So why should they divide it into various strategic business unit, do analysis? Why do they have to go through this trouble? Because they go through this trouble because they need more clarity. They need to market these products properly. Please understand that the strategic business unit of biscuits, breads, and dairy will have different mission statements for the company. Clear? Dairy, for instance, would have a mission statement saying that we will have to um, expand the product revenue from existing, say, 250 crores to 500 crores. Why? Because it is a new strategic business unit that has emerged. Whereas the strategic business unit of biscuits might have a mission statement to be the market leader in emerging four new categories, or to introduce 4 or 5 more new categories under biscuits year after year to maintain the brand leadership. So each of the SBUs would have a different mission statement based on the maturity or the preparedness of that SBU in the market. Their objectives will be different. Their purchase, supply chain, ingredients would also be handled differently. Next, very important thing, their brand spend will be very different. Okay, Britannia biscuits will be spending much lesser than the Britannia um, emerging croissants. Why? Because nobody knows in the market that Britannia has started a new category called croissants. Indians are not very familiar about what croissants are. So they would have to launch this. Imagine what Maggie did 30 years back. Maggie noodles was not as a part of Indian eating habit. So they had to introduce something called noodles and then make people adapt to it. So croissants in this is in that stage. So their brand spend will be totally different for croissants and for biscuits. Their financial goals will be very different. For example, croissants will not be making any profits for sure, right? So, for the time being, they will have to ride piggy bank on the revenues that are being generated by biscuits and milk division. So, these are all the nuances of running a strategic business unit, right? So, you have understood all these aspects. Now, let us see what students like you have done with these concepts, right? There's something called a Boston Consulting Group. Boston Consulting Group. Students of MBA from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, US, they came together and then they brought out a particular model. What this model will do, it will give you the exact picture of how these strategic business unit functions. Okay, you have got, as I mentioned to you, the biscuit division has 11 different brands length and 44 depth width, and the bread division has um, totally 4. The length is 4 and the width is 15. Dairy products, the length is 7 and the width is 20. So, totally, we are talking about 3 lines and 80 width. Okay, 3 lines is your biscuit, bread, and dairy. Right. So imagine if each of these are available in 3 sizes. So you have got 80 products in 3 different sizes. So totally we are talking about 240 different products that they will have to manage, right? So this is a humongous task. So how do they go about identifying each of these? They have something called this. That is what this Boston consulting group did. What they did was they classified this entire product portfolio in a matrix. Okay, the x-axis, the vertical x-axis portrays the future growth, and the y-axis um, just a second. Okay, the vertical x-axis is the future growth, and the y-axis, the vertical, without the board, I'm getting a little. The vertical y-axis is the future growth. The x-axis, the horizontal x-axis, is the strategic business unit's market share. I'll repeat myself. The vertical y-axis is the future growth. Okay, and the y-axis is horizontal. The horizontal y-axis is the market share. Now in this, you plot each and every product, right? So you have all the 240 different products you plot based on the future growth and then the market share. These data that they will have, they will know Britannia Good Day, what is the market share for this particular product. So you keep plotting these things. So you have on a two, I'm on an x-axis, y-axis, you have plots. Divide these plots and then you get 4 different quadrants, right? So what they have done this, the first quadrant is called the star. Yes, the star is high in both the future growth perspective and the market share. Okay, so these are the stars. What does star means? Star, rising star, film star. So these are star for the companies. Okay, so they are winning, they are giving very good performance, and they are giving very good returns. Okay, the second quadrant is the question mark. They are low in the future growth perspective and the market share. So they are question mark. Question mark from what perspective? From what perspective? Whether they will survive or no. Whether that particular product line will survive or no. Yesterday we were discussing this about Sensodyne, right? If it is not working, should we prune, remove certain brands, certain lines from the market, right? So that remains the question mark. The third one is known as the cash cow. Cash cow is very typically what the word says. Even if you don't know management, you will realize cash cow gives cash for the stars. For example, in Britannia, the cash cow products will be giving money to croissants, which is a rising star, which is not making much money, but which has very good prospects, which will start making money very soon. And the money is pumped from the cash cows. Okay. And then the last one is the dog. The dogs are, the difference between dog and question mark is, question mark is, if you perform well, I will retain you. Okay. So in the next 2 or 3 years, it's like a conditional pass. Next 2 or 3 years or 5 years, I will wait and watch depending on how it is progressing. Whereas a dog is a clear failure. Okay. So sooner or later, they have to be removed. Right? There is no point in spending on them anymore. They have to be removed. So this is the basic simple matrix that it's called the um, uh, Boston Consulting Group BGC matrix. And this is a very old system and a very easy system of understanding the prospects of each of the product. It can be done from a product level, and it can be applied to a strategic business unit level. As I mentioned to you, strategic business, these are internal data which are used to um, take decisions for the running of a company. So we have discussed product portfolio, strategic business unit, and Boston strategic consulting model. Why this model is used, what is this model used for? You will decide whether it's a question mark or a dog or a cow or a star. Classify them, keep watching them, and then take a decision duly in due course of time. So this is the application for this model. And so with this, we have finished the third aspect in your first module. And please, I will update, give 2 or 3 slides, whatever I explained just now, the cash cow and all. There are very good diagrams, diagrammatic representations. Moment you see it, you will understand it. Since I didn't have a board, I couldn't draw and explain it. And I will post these things so you can take a look at it, and it is very easy to follow. Thank you very much, and please keep um, updating yourself. Please keep watching these videos and take notes. I have also posted um, very simple um, slides, which is self-explanatory. So please go through that also and be prepared. Thank you very much.